So, this is a bit different of a video, mostly in that I'm mostly going to teach you how I make my Instagram edits. So I'm going to go over everything that I do when I film an Instagram edit and take you along the process of me doing one. Obviously you will need a phone. I always use something on the edge over here normally, and I prop it up. It can be another obstacle you have. So this is how I normally film things, with the obstacle at a distance away, but I tilt the phone upside down. Whenever you film down, it'll auto rotate. iPhone 11, you can also flip it if you accidentally film it incorrectly. So what I do to film is I always film everything in slow-mo. And I film everything in slow-mo because of the way that I edit videos. You'll see it in the editing. It'll make sense and I'll talk about it then. So this isn't often the camera angle I look at. Another thing that I often do is I have this LED light that actually goes normally above my camera whenever I film with stuff, but I've been using it a lot on my edits, and I just kind of put it to right next to my phone, like that. And yeah, and then I get to seshing. I'll normally shoot for around 8 to 10 clips, give or take, and the way I edit them, that'll come down to about a minute of footage. I may not get that much because I don't really have a plan. It's better to go in with some tricks in mind, but I'm also kind of at a point where I'll build off what I'm kind of thinking and just kind of make it up as I go for the most part. But having a written out list and plan for an edit often does help. I'll get a few clips at this angle with the normal standard zoom option, and we'll see what I get. Alright, I got 4 clips at this one angle. I'm now probably going to try to do a few either self-filming or change up the angle and change up the zoom focus. So one thing I love about the iPhone 11 is its ability to 0.5 and 1 zoom. I also try to get a few little B-roll shots of my deck sitting at the obstacle or something like that, which I'll do right now. Sorry, I'll shadow. Something like that. Ow. And I'll show all these clips in the recording stuff. Camera over here now. I'm trying to change up the angle so you can swap back and forth. Does that make sense? One thing I forgot to mention that often helps me make these edits is I'll listen to music while we're filming. You'll probably see this headphone in my ear in a lot of my edits as of recent. If you go back and watch them, you'll probably notice it. If you can see my ear in any of the shots, it's rare that I'm not listening to music while making an edit. So yeah, that's one thing I recommend a lot. Okay, I got a few clips, a few wide-angled, a few standard-sized. Now I'm actually going to do some self-filming. It's pretty easy, to be honest, with the wide angle. I'll often put my light over here to my left, away from the obstacle. One thing I'm going to preface right now is that I do often mess up filming, self-filming. There are many times where I'll land a clip and then it'll just be slightly out of frame or something. So if it happens to me, it'll happen to you. Don't beat yourself up. Hopefully it's going to be things that aren't too hard. I normally save self-filming clips that I could probably land in 2 minutes, give or take. A lot of the really hard ones you'll notice are stationary shots. It'll happen. I got one clip. I'm going to keep going with more. I often dig through my clips. As you can see, I have a few. So what I often do is I will hit edit, and then normally I film something until the very end, give or take. I don't worry about getting it in slow motion. Cool, nice little kickflip nose grind. Make sure there's enough footage before and after. Done, save video as new clip. And then I do that for all of them. Once I do finish one, I heart it, so I know that I have edited that one and that's not one I should delete. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and do that to all of them. Alright, that means that I have 10. I have 10 clips to work with. Alright, so now we go to iMovie. And let's add in this one first. And I'll just kind of find something. Oh wait, I always have to reset the slow-mo on it because it films in slow-mo, but I don't want it to be in slow-mo, so let's go there, split, bye-bye. And then I just kind of throw them in at random at the beginning, unless I find one that I'm like, oh wait, no, let me save that. Okay, so here's a good example of where something would be out of frame if I just left it where it was, like the kickflip is completely out of frame. So, if you're filming an iMovie, you can hit that little pinch to zoom, and you just tap on it, and you just slide down. So we come in, Wally, kickflip, pop out. One thing that often helps too is finding a song. With this being a YouTube video, I'm bad about using copyright video songs, copyright audio. So what I'm gonna search is just a lo-fi jazz. And the cool thing is like with a lot of lo-fi, you can kind of cut it in different spots really easily to get where you want like a beat drop to happen. So I have officially airdropped the song over to my phone. And now we're gonna go back into iMovie. We're at the beginning of the edit, and I'm just gonna audio only that in. Now we have this on in our edit. But I think this will look a little better with everything in a little slow mode. So we're gonna drag this to about right before I pop. Move back a little bit. And we're gonna go to 1/4. And then we're gonna go to the end of the clip. And then drag this back and bring it to where I land. In the grind again, not the end of the trick. That looks a little weird. Alright, then we're gonna go 4/5. 4/5. That's why I always shoot in slow-mo. Doing it in 4/5 gives it a nice feel. And I often actually, if I do things with a transition in the video like this, if it's like a grind trick that's like straight onto a ledge, like if I was just popping in, like I would pretty much bring that right up to the trick, because you'll get more than you expect of the ride up through the transition. So yeah, now we're at this. Very chill, very like, again, lo-fi jazzy vibe going. So now let's add in a different clip. Yeah, let's do that one. But it's always good to change up the angles. So I'm gonna just bring that in a little to right before the pop. So it's actually different because in my camera, like this guy, when I edit slow-mos and stuff, I actually don't like hearing the pop and all of that. I edit the slow-mo in right after I pop. Beautiful. One thing I should figure out is what do I want my ender to be? Okay, I'm gonna just edit the rest of this and we'll jump to the end instead of me explaining the whole process because I keep taking longer than I need to. We'll jump to the end when I have the whole thing edited. Until then, peace. Okay, I have the edit pretty much done. I'll let you watch it real quick without the overlay that I'm gonna add, so it's not fully done yet, technically, but like you could post it like the 100%. really the last thing I do before I would post this, and like I said, most people would be totally content with posting this, is I add in oh wait, I need to add, not true. So one thing that I do sometimes at the end of my edits is I'll throw in my sponsors and accompany our support. And then we'll shorten that down. Boom. And then we got my two sponsors, me and Dynamic, on there. But yeah, so then the last thing to do, and I do that before I add the overlay, because I like that. I have a lot of stupid videos in here. I don't have that many overlays as I used to. This one is one I use a decent amount. I think I'm going to go with the old standby though at the moment for this one. So what I do is I just click on it. I don't hit the plus. I hit the three dots, and then I hit green screen, blue screen. And then you just got to tap how much you want. And then you can kind of like see how much strength you want on it. High or low. Let's see. And then I always post as a square. Everything else will just get cropped out. That's about it. And the only reason I actually changed it to that to be the ender is just because of the reaction at the end, which I just saw randomly. But yeah, so I'm gonna hit done, export. Actually, not export, save video. And then 1080p. Sometimes I get a 4K option, and I'll go for that if I have the option. I'll always do the highest setting. I think because of the overlay, it wasn't an option. And then the last thing to do is I'll go to Instagram and post it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And it was a little different, but I hope I filmed it well. I'm scared I didn't, but if you have any questions on my edits or anything on how I make them, definitely just like shoot me a DM, and I can try to explain to the best of my knowledge. I've only gotten to know this mostly from researching on YouTube how to do them, the things I was hoping to do, and I knew you could do things like overlays and like green screen kind of things even on iMovie phone stuff. So yeah, just hit me up if you have any questions. Definitely go check out the sponsors, Blacklist, Cartwheels, Sponsor Me Tape. Sponsor Tape is currently on hiatus due to COVID. The other two are still open, so definitely go give them support and some love right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I don't have a board with me, so here's my pro model backwards.